What's up, guys? Your boy Chris, Platoon of Channel Tell Me More, the haven for early 2000s kids and a few 90s babies. So let's get into this. Today, we're gonna be talking some Batman. Not that one. We're gonna be No, that what was it? No, I'm getting it wrong. But it's Batman, the Brave and the Bold from the '08 series. I'm pretty sure that's when it came out. We're going to be talking about the episode specifically called Triumvirate of Terror. Triumvirate of Terror. That's what it's called. But hey, here we go. The reason I'm talking about this episode is because Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman all in the episode. So, bam, good reasons. Let's do this. So, it starts off with, because usually in Batman the Brave of the Bold, there's a teaser, skit thing / scene, then there's a regular main plot. So the teaser is the JLI versus the LOD, i.e. the Legion of Doom, for at a baseball event / game. I don't know what the prize was, but I think for some reason the bad guys just felt like good guys or something. Maybe they're doing it for charity. But in this event, you have Jimmy Olsen, the announcer. Gee wee gooey goo, where have you been? That's what he said. I'm indulging, but he essentially says that I think personally he's voiced by the same guy who voiced Arjit in Ben 10. The voice sounds so similar. But anyway, back into the story. He gives us a rundown of what's been happening. He says the heroes took the lead because Superman and Wonder Woman came in and did their thing. Superman hit one of the balls so far that it went past the moon called Titan, which is I think a moon of Saturn, but I might be wrong. But the moon called Titan, that's where the ball is currently at as he's talking to us. But before that, Superman already hit that ball. Then, what's his name? Lex Luthor is a giant cheating asshole. He uses like a hyper tech bat thing to hit the ball, which I'm like, isn't that cheating? But yeah, no one says anything. That's how he starts off for his team. By the way, the pitcher for both sides is Lex Luthor and Green Arrow. The catcher are Flash for the heroes and Joker for the villains. And the umpire is Amazo. So there you go. But either way, Lex hits the ball. The Joker comes in, fouls, shoots his gas everywhere, stinking up the whole stadium, and I guess that somehow helped him tie the game. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. But what's his name? Jimmy Olsen is like, oh yeah, the game is down to the last inning and the heroes are down 3. And I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. The heroes are looking down and sad and stuff, but your boy Batman, because he's Batman, he pulls up, gives them this speech about little kids, not in that way, but inspiring little kids about, even in baseball, good always triumphs over evil. I was like, okay, whatever, bro. But yeah, the heroes are inspired by that. So Wonder Woman's the first up. She hits the bat on her heels and stuff. One hits the ball. Obviously, she's Wonder Woman. Almost a home run, but this evil I'm joking, but this evil villain named Weather Wizard, if you know who Weather Wizard is, you know who he is, uses his wand to freeze the ball falls, Cheetah catches it, and she almost gets Wonder Woman, but Wonder Woman's safe, even though Amazo at first is like, you're out. Jimmy Olsen is like, oh no, Amazo is playing favorite. So Wonder Woman uses her lasso of truth on Amazo, and he's like, safe, but the truth prevails, says Jimmy Olsen. Then next is Superman, but what's his name? Lex Luthor is not taking any chances on giving him any home runs, so he's just throwing the ball everywhere. But, the hitbox, he throws it at Superman's head. He throws it at the stand. Somehow the Joker's at the stand with a #1 fan glove, catches the ball still and stuff because he's the catcher. That was hilarious. Then, it's walk. He gets to walk since it's ball. Is it? I'm forgetting my baseball terminology, but I'm going to say it's ball. But either way, Superman walks. He doesn't get to hit the ball and get a home run. Luthor takes no chances. Next person is Robin, the boy bunter. And he bunts the ball. So he also gets to walk in. And now all the bases are filled up. Jimmy Olsen jinxing ass. He's like, oh yeah, this is good. The heroes just need to make one more hit and bam, they win. That's when Lex Luthor calls a timeout, goes to his team. Opposite of Batman, who's out here inspiring his team and telling them, oh, even in baseball, good always triumphs over evil. He's just out here saying they can't even catch a cold, roasting the heck out of them. While Joker's like, oh, what we need is a pitcher, not a belly itcher. Either way, Lex's plan is, no, we don't need a pitcher. We need magic. So he asks, or he doesn't ask him there, but he probably already told him. He tells Faust to use a spell on all of the bats that the heroes are going to use. So he essentially says that, oh, they're going to have a better chance hitting using a wet noodle than those bats. The next people are, I want to say Plastic Man first. He swings and misses 3 times, wraps himself up then all 3 times and stuff. He wraps himself up all 3 times. Next person is Green Arrow. He swings, misses 3 times, but each of the time, I think the first one, the Joker was reading a comic book. The second one, he's just chilling on a beach chair thing, lounging and drinking some juice while he catches the ball. The third one is the Joker is on a trampoline bouncing and he catches the ball, and Green Arrow is out. So now it's close again. If the heroes strike out again, the game is over. But as Batman's walking up to, because he's the next one and he's the next one to hit the ball, as he's walking up to go to base, some kid that's in the stand gives Batman a wooden bat and says, hey, I've won a little league championship with this. Maybe it can help you or something. So Batman's like, yeah, what the heck? Lex sees that. He's like, look, even if he doesn't use the bat, I'm still going to win, because apparently Lex been cheating the whole time. According to Superman, Superman uses his X-ray vision to look at Lex's arm. He has like some tech in his throwing arm and stuff that's probably giving him super strength or something. So, strike 1. Ooh. Strike 2. Ooh. Batman doesn't hit any of those. Lex is feeling himself. Then, about to be strike 3, but Batman hits it. I was like, oh yeah, Batman, that's how you do it. But as the ball is flying, Weather Wizard again tries to use his wand to freeze the ball, but this time Superman uses his heat vision to melt Weather Wizard's wand, while Lex is like, how dare you? Like, what? We're supposed to cheat. He doesn't say that, but I can see it in his face. He's like, really, bro? Really? I thought we was the only ones allowed to cheat. But either way, Batman wins, or the JLI win. The JLI wins. That's why they call him Batman. I think that's one of the puns Jimmy Olsen makes. But the rest of the team, they carry Batman, Superman, I think Flash, Green Arrow, and Plastic Man. And the other ones, they're all celebrating Wonder Woman. They're all celebrating picking up Batman, raising him and cheering him, while Lex is just like mean mugged. But that's the end of that. Now to the actual main episode. It starts off with Batman and Joker. You know, it's a Batman show. Batman is tied up to a giant target on a bridge with a reporter named Vicky Vale. I think that's her name. Journalist reporter Vicky Vale. The Joker's plan, he's in an airship, not a helicopter. He's in an airship. He's going to shoot a giant pie at Batman in order to kill him. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy stuff that happens to Batman. The next scene is Superman, or I should not say Superman. It's Lex Luthor bursting out of Star Labs in his Lex armor suits, wrecking cars and stuff, kicking the police's butt. And he's like, ha ha ha, it's not going to work. Whatever. He's, boosting his ego, being arrogant and stuff. That's when Superman pulls up. I'm trying to remember if Superman hits him, but Superman tries to hit him and he like deflects him with his energy and stuff. Superman flies, hits a side of a building and stuff. Next one, I forgot what Superman told him first, because Superman's corny. I'm not trying to say his stuff in this one. He be corny to me. They're all corny, but for some reason Superman be corny the way he be talking. We go to the Museum of Natural History, or the History Museum. The History Museum. You have, what's her name? Cheetah tied up Steve Trevor while she's talking smack to Wonder Woman. And Wonder Woman's like, okay, come on, bring these hands. Come on, girl. What's up? So this girl, Cheetah, grabs 2 swords, starts using the swords at Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is blocking. I guess I'll just finish it this way. Blocking. She can't do shit to Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman hits one of the swords out of her hand. She tries to use the other one, but Wonder Woman catches her. Either she uses the lasso or she just punches her in the face. But she smacks her so hard, she flies out of the history museum while screaming, but it was foolproof. And technically, she's the last one to say it. Technically, Joker and Lex said it, then her. But let's switch it back to Joker. The first one, Joker, as soon as he launches the giant pie at Batman and Vicky Vale, Batman uses a remote or something to tell his plane to shoot some lasers to cut the rope. And for some reason, all that happens within enough time that the pie doesn't hit him, and he rescues Vicky Vale, then gets in his Batcopter, uses the Batcopter to cut the airship that, Joker is in. And Joker's blimp is going down, and he's yelling, but it was foolproof! It was foolproof! But my plan was foolproof. It was foolproof. It's so goofy. Then we go to Lex. Lex has a big ego. He's like, yes, Superman, you can never defeat me now that I have this suit. Then Superman's like, ugh, faking, obviously, it's Superman. Ugh, I can't believe you almost win it against me, Lex. How did you do it? I'm spicing up his lines. How did you do it? Then Lex's dumbass is like, oh yeah, I have this source of unlimited perpetual energy source in my chest or something, and yeah, because of that I can win and I'm stronger than you. Then Superman's like, oh, thanks for letting me know. Heat vision burns it and blows it up. Then he's like, oh, you always ruin everything. Then Superman's like, here it comes. My boy pulls out kryptonite from, I forgot where he got it from, but he just pulls out some kryptonite, throws it at Superman. Superman opens the sewer, smacks it with the manhole cover into the sewer, and he's like, the city's lead pipes will take care of that. Then Superman Lex gets puts on his jetpack, and he's like, oh, something, every time, plan, whatever, but it was foolproof, and he flies away, and I'm like, aren't you gonna get him, Superman? Aren't you just gonna get him? He's just right there. Just fly away, just get the dude. But Superman lets it go. But he's like, it was foolproof. Lex is oh, I'm sorry. Lex is hilarious. After his suit, the power source got blown up, he's like, you can ruin this, but you can't ruin my day. Pulls out the kryptonite. Either way, after that scene, we go to Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. They go to a diner to hang out and stuff. Wonder Woman thinks the diner is ugly. The diner cover thing is ugly because it has cows on it or something. While Superman does a dumb... he does a straw trick where you shove it in your nose, but instead he's like, oh no, it's in my hand, because Wonder Woman says disgusting, but not to the table counter. But anyway, they're there to talk about the fact that the city, I don't know which city, maybe Metropolis, Gotham, somewhere, someone wants, or maybe United States, who knows, they want them to create a superhero memorial capsule thing. And the suggestions are, for Wonder Woman, her lasso of truth, for Batman, his batarang, while for Superman, his cape. And they're like, oh, well, those things don't make us superheroes. I'm like, bro, don't you guys have spares? Except the lasso of truth. I understand that part. But Superman, Batman, y'all have spares. Just give a cape or a batarang. Nobody cares. Stop tripping about it. But they're like, we got to think about it. While food shows up, or they order food, I should say. They first ordered food, then they talked about it. Wonder Woman, Batman and Superman order I don't know what the name of the burger is, but a big burger with a milkshake. And Wonder Woman was like, oh, I want some salad and some tuna wheat roll and what? And she's being super. What's the word? Prissy. She's being super prissy. She's like, oh, I want some tuna salad and wheat roll, casserole or whatever. And Batman's like, no. Just somebody's like, just get us three of them. Get us three of the same thing. Batman's like, nah. You're gonna work it off. Don't even worry. But that's what they eat. Then it switches to the heroes. They're at the Legion of Doom headquarters, and they all see like newspaper clippings of each of their defeats, and they're all annoyed and pissed about it. Joker's like, look, Lex, it's just our moves are too stale. We're getting too stale. Our dance partners know what we're gonna do, and yes, they basically. I mean, come on, Lex, Kryptonite, come on. At that point, if I was Superman, I would just have like, I don't know, some lead suit just in case. He does have it in some continuities, but I'll just have a lead suit just in case to handle that. But either way, they start arguing against each other. I forgot how it got there, but it was Joker. Joker was like, "Oh, I have a crazy idea. What if we switch dance partners? I scratch your villain, not your villain. I scratch your hero's back. You scratch my hero's back." So Lex is like, "Yeah, that's a good idea. Why not? You switch partners and stuff. We get to fight different people, a new fresh start." What's his name? Joker calls dibs on Wonder Woman, which, I mean, hey, it sucks for you, Lex. You didn't get to call dibs, but I would too. I'm like, yeah, let's fight, Wonder Woman. Let's fight. But he calls dibs on Wonder Woman. What's her name? Cheetah goes for, not Cheetah. Lex goes for Batman, a mere mortal for a change. That's what he says. While Cheetah, she's like, oh, that leaves Cheetah with Superman. And they're like, you sure you can do this? She's like, it doesn't matter, steel or flesh. No man can resist my claws. And she then scratches the newspaper of Superman while I keep saying his name first. Joker shoots his acid stuff from his chest flower thing on Wonder Woman's newspaper, and then she uses a ray gun and shoots at Batman's newspaper, and they're like, ha 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 ha, and they laugh. So it starts off with Paradise Island. At Paradise Island, Wonder Woman is flying to Paradise Island in her invisible jet. She's gonna go talk to her mom about what she should put for the superhero memorial thing or memorabilia thing. And while she's there, there's apparently a tournament to crown the strongest Amazon. I don't know what the tournament is for, but there's a tournament where all the Amazons are fighting each other. She and her mom are talking. She's like, "Oh, I'm glad you came." She's like, "No, I didn't come for that. I came for the memorabilia thing. I came here to grab some artifact or something to use as a memorabilia." While that's happening, some woman that's covered her face and stuff is going around beating up all the other contestants in the tournament. She's using some gas or something, gassing up everybody. We know who it is, but she gasses everyone up. And then as Wonder Woman and her mom Hippolyta are talking, they're like, it got quiet. Then they see the woman just standing in the front. They're like, I've never seen a battle, Hippolyta. I've never seen a battle since my daughter here did also participated in the tournament. And she's like, "What's your name, sister," or whatever the heck she said. She's like, "I am Maniaque." Yes, the most obvious bad voice ever. "I am Maniaque, Your Highness." "Oh, I am some stupid stuff. But the Hippolyta is like, "Come closer, Maniaque, so I may see who you are." My boy pulls up, releases from his joy buzzer shocker thing, shocks Wonder Woman and her mom. Wonder Woman doesn't pass out, but her mom faints and passes out because of it. And Wonder Woman's like, "Joker, how dare you step foot on Paradise?" Then she throws hands at him and stuff. At first he shoots her with sharp throwing cards that cut and stuff. She blocks it with a thing. First, I don't know how he's doing it, but my boy's out here weaving on her, doing some drunken moose stuff. I'm like, how are you dodging Wonder Woman, Joker? How does that make sense? If you can dodge Wonder Woman, how aren't you beating Batman up on a daily basis? Anyway, though, because he's Batman. But anyway, though, he shoots the throwing cards and he uses some rubber chicken to try to fight her. What type of weapons do you use, bro? But he finally gets her when she grabs him, because those aren't gonna work on her. Only tricks are gonna work. He finally gets her by spraying his gas thing on her face when she comes too close to him after she grabs him. And he's like, "Ha ha ha," grabs Hippolyta's crown, puts it on his head. So this is how the better half lives. I could get used to this. Ha 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 ha. And I'm assuming he takes over the islands or whatever, because I don't know what the other Amazons are gonna do. They're just watching him beat up their queen and their princess, which is weird. That's other questions. Now we switch over to Superman, he's flying to his Fortress of Solitude, his giant key and stuff. He opens the door, the Fortress of Solitude with his giant key, goes in there, looks at the city of Kandor. Then randomly, Cheetah just pulls up in there. He's like, what are you doing here? Then she's like, oh, brag, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Then he's like, you can't do anything. Bam! She punches him. He's like, ugh, magic. Because he's feeling the scratches. He's getting cartoon scratches. He's like, ugh, magic. And she's like, yeah, I have this amulet called Urs Kartaga that channels the full mystical power of the cheetah and stuff. And that's how she's using her powers. Using super strength. Why does it work? Well, Superman is just as vulnerable to magic as every other normal person. That's why it's working. So there you go. And Superman isn't weaker to magic. It's just magic works on him the same as it works on everyone else. He ain't weak to it. He's just a regular to magic. It's just how it is. But she hits him, tosses him into his parents' statue. The giant Krypton globe falls and stuff. He almost breaks the bottle city of Kandor. Oh, she almost uses him to break the bottle city of Kandor. But then he finally gets his composure back, grabs her arm and stuff. He's like, nah, I've got you. But then she just scratches him in his face. He's like, there's, scratch marks on his face. And he's like, what the? Even though I don't know if magic would do that. But sure, magic would do the same thing to him. But she's like, kryptonite nail polish. And speaking of, she roasted Lex about it because Lex always uses kryptonite, but he doesn't use it in like new different ways. So she roasted him about that. And apparently she figured out how to use kryptonite polish, nail polish, I should say. Scratches him. He's like, oh. She beats him up. I don't know what to tell you, but she whoops his ass. She kicks Superman's ass, ties him up in some kryptonite, and she was like squeezing his head and stuff. Then we switch over to Lex. Lex teleports into the Batcave. Well, just before that, Batman in his normal, Batman dressed as Bruce Wayne. Well, civilian Batman / Bruce Wayne is using his Bat computer to figure out what the best memorabilia is for artifacts and stuff for the whole time capsule thing. Also, that's what Superman was doing when he went back to the Fortress of Solitude. He went to go get some artifacts to use for the memorabilia time capsule. Batman is doing that. He's talking to Alfred. Alfred is like, well, it's up to you, sir. Figure out what you want. He's like, yeah, the computer can tell me. Then he just tells him Batarang. I'm like, yeah, just give him the Batarang, bro. I know you're being greedy with that, but it's just a Batarang. But Alfred goes away to go do something. And as soon as it goes away, Batman is doing stuff. That's when Lex teleports in there. Batman's like, oh, what the? Oh, well, Bruce is like, what the? Runs away, but Lex sees the back of his head. And he's like, did I catch you without your trunks, Batman? Black hair, athletic build. He's about to guess who he is. But that's when our boy, by the way, while he's saying that, he's shooting laser blasts at Batman while Batman is dodging in the caves and stuff behind like rocks and stuff. The OG, the MVP of this episode, Alfred pulls up in a Batman costume. He's like, hey, Luthor, are you going to attack my butler or are you going to attack my janitor? Are you going to attack my janitor? Have you come for my janitor or have you come for me? I butchered that. I'm sorry. But have you come for my janitor or have you come for me? In this British accent, I was like, okay. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, Alfred. He throws a bunch of smoke bombs at Lex starts blasting. And Alfred was on top of a catwalk bridge thing. So, what's his name? Lex accidentally shoots that and he falls, slips, but luckily he shoots a grappling hook, a bat grappling hook, while he's falling and lands on his butt. He's like, oh dear. And doing all that, Batman / Bruce finally dresses as Batman, pulls up. He's like, good work, Alfred. I'll take it from here. That this dude, Alfred is like, bash that bald blighter. Or bash his bald head blighter. Something like that. But I'm like, aren't you bald too? It makes me remember the meme. What's it called? English meme. Baldy, all you hear is, what's it like to have no hair? Is it cold? I don't know, because I'm not bald. British people are funny sometimes. But switching back, Batman finally confronts Lex Luthor. He overpowers him and stuff. So Batman has to use his bat car turns it into a giant mech. But this dude Lex thought of everything. Just presses a button on his Lex suit or his power armor, turns off the bat mech car thing, and then he takes off Batman's mask. Dun dun dun. But switching back after commercial, Batman just facing down, looking away from Lex. He's like, "Hey, Batman, don't be rude. Look at me." He tries to look at him, but Batman has like a second mask that like builds over his face and covers him. He's like, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna finish you off. Then Batman goads Lex Luthor's ego, by saying, "Yes, I'd rather have you finish me here where no one can see or no one will know that you did it," or something like that. Some variation of that. And he's like, "Yeah, you're right. A captive audience, or I need an audience." So this idiot Lex teleports everyone, which I think that's what he did. He teleported the other villains to the hideouts of the heroes, or where they were. So he teleports back into the Legion of Doom headquarters. Also, while they're about to finish each of their respective people, he teleports them too. This dude, what's his name? Joker's about to kill Wonder Woman. They both get teleported. What's her name? Cheetah's about to crush Superman's skull. She gets teleported with Superman. He's like, "What the?" They are like, "What the heck, Lex? Why did you do this?" I think Cheetah is like, "You bald creep, or you chrome dome creep or something," roasting this dude. And he's like, look, wouldn't you like to finish our captive audience in front of a captive audience? Then he turns on the satellites and stuff, broadcasts them trying to kill the Justice League or the JLI, whichever one you would call them. He broadcasted not just to the planet, but to all the galaxy or the universe, maybe. I don't know. But that's how it is. He's like, "Hey, it's me, Lex Luthor, the Lex Luthor." And it's Cheetah comes in, is like, "It's me, the beautiful Cheetah." Then, Joker comes in, says some stupid stuff. "It's me, the Prince of Chaos, the crown king of crime," or whatever. Then Lex shoves him away. He's like, "Joker." And then they're like, "Oh yes, we, the big three, have captured the other big three heroes, and now we're gonna kill them in front of you, or we're gonna end them in front of you." But while they're talking, Batman says, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm the one who got them to got Lex to teleport us." And Superman and Wonder Woman are like, "Why? Why would you do that?" He's like, "Because it's not the company that matters; it's the venue." It's something they said about when they went to the diner, because the diner didn't look good, but it's the company that matter. So because they all know they're villains, and they're like, "Oh, these guys are egomaniacs. Let's just say some stuff to them." So I think Batman is like, "Oh yeah, so Lex, seeing as you're the one who, seeing as you guys all defeated us, you're gonna keep Gotham. Joker's gonna keep Paradise Island, and Cheetah is gonna keep Metropolis." And Lex is like, "What? Have this freakish furball take over Metropolis over my dead body," which pisses off Cheetah. She's like, "What? How dare you? You think I can have your precious Metropolis?" I'm like, look. If Lex could have it his way, he would probably try to keep all three of them. But Joker's like, "Yeah, a deal's a deal, Lexi." Because Joker wants to keep Paradise Island, but because it's a whole thing. Anyway, while they're arguing, the three heroes escape, and then the fight goes on. The fight starts. They start throwing throwing hands at each other and stuff. You have the heroes, not the heroes. You have Jimmy Olsen, Steve Trevor, and Vicky Vale, and they're all in their own like parts of the world, all sharing for the heroes, while you have supervillains and you have criminals in jail watching TV, cheering for the superheroes. I'm just cheering for the supervillains. And here and there was back and forth. Somehow the supervillains were actually doing kind of good, I only props to Lex. He used the kryptonite well, because he made like a trap a hole thing that Superman almost falls inside, even though he can fly. It makes no sense. But there's like kryptonite in there, and it almost gets him. So he uses that to punch and beat up Superman a little bit, while Wonder Woman gets distracted by that, and Cheetah uses that chance to smack Wonder Woman a little bit. And the Joker sprays some gas on Batman's face, then hits him with a hammer and stuff. And then they're like, "Oh, we need to do something." So they all think, "Oh yeah, let's just team up on each of them," which why didn't the villains also do the same? But whatever. They all jump, each of them respectively, while I don't know what the other supervillains were doing. Maybe they were just watching or something while the Cheetah gets attacked and captured, then Joker gets attacked and captured, then Lex gets attacked and captured, and they're just watching or something. But that's essentially what happened. Cheetah goes down first, and I think Lex, then finally the Joker. They tie them up and they high five each other. Yay, good job, guys. Oh, going on 30 minutes. Let me wrap this up. But yeah, skipping past this, then they still have to think about what they want to put in the superhero memorabilia thing. So it skips forward in time, 50 years in the future. Batman's old he's like geriatric, maybe he's even 100 and something, but he's in like a wheelchair and stuff. Wonder Woman has a little bit of gray, Superman has a little bit of gray, but they look like they're in the like 50s, maybe early 60s, but 50s to 60s, they're in that area. That's what they look like. So, hey, they're definitely superheroes. Either way, as they're talking to each other, because they come to the opening of the memorabilia thing, and the president, called Prez, that's his name, Prez, is I think he's a teenager. The president of the US 50 years from now is a teenager. But they open up the capsule, and what's in the capsule? It's a jukebox, which was the jukebox that was playing in the diner that they were at. I don't want to say too much about it. I'm going on 30 minutes. But anyway, point is, as they open it, the Prez is like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's different, but it's kind of cool. And it's like playing a song. Do-na-na-na-na, do-na-na-na. Giant spider-looking robots appear and start attacking everything. That's when they're like, oh no, you know what we gotta do. They didn't say that, but they're like, we gotta do what we gotta do. So Superman runs to a phone booth, Clark runs into a phone booth, transforms into Superman. Wonder Woman does her Wonder Woman, spins, turns into Wonder Woman. Then as they're flying off to go beat up the robots, they look at Batman, they're like, are you coming? Are you coming or what? Then Batman's like, I wouldn't miss it. This old ass Bruce Wayne presses a button on his wheelchair, and the wheelchair turns into mech suits or power armor suits, and he can fly with the suit and stuff. It's based on, I think it's Earth 2 Batman that's super old with the suit thing. I don't want to talk about that because, again, I need to cut this video short. Either way, they beat up the giant robots, and even 50 years later, they're still friends doing their thing. Hey, that's pretty cool. And that's the end of the episode. Whew. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I probably didn't explain as best as I could, but it's a fun episode. You should check it out. Batman Brave and the Bold. If you remember this, comment about it. Let me know. Like, share, sub, all that great stuff. And this has been Chris Platoon of channel Tell Me More, the haven for early 2000s skits and a few 90s babies. The place we can all connect with each other and stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace out. Bye.